Hello. We're making some quinoa. It is a quinoa rice blend. Look at that. How pretty. It's beautiful. We're gonna add some peas into it when it's done. Yeah, some nice miso broth with that seaweed. Get the iodine. It's a beautiful day. Los Angeles. The Great Victorians. Good choice. Just a random page. Page 386, 387. Okay, Rabbi Ben Ezra, page 384. I will try to read this one the best I can. Good choice. Thanks for requesting that book. It just feels good to look at distance for a moment. Yeah, sometimes when everything's right up to you, screens and everything. Yeah, you know how they say, look away for a little bit. They taught us that back at LL Bean when we did training for the computers. Yeah, every 15 minutes they'd ring that bell and you'd do this and look away from the screen a far distance. Rabbi Ben Ezra. This is the Columbia University series, so Robert Browning chapter. We love these books. This is number 14. All right, Rabbi Ben Ezra. 3 words, Rabbibenezra. Grow old along with me, the best is yet to be, the last of life for which the first was made. Our times are in his hands. Who saith, a whole I planned, youth shows but have, trust God, see all, nor be afraid. Not that amassing flowers, youth sighed, which rose makes ours, which lily leaves and then at best recall. Not that, admiring stars, it yearned, not Jove nor Mars. Mine be some figured flame with blends, transcends them all. Not for such hopes and fears, annulling youth's brief years, do I resonate, fully wide the mark. Rather I praise the doubt, low kinds exist without, finished in finite clods, untroubled by a spark. Poor vaunt of life indeed, were men but formed to feed. O joy to solely seek and find and feast. Such feasting ended, then has sure an end to men. Irks care the cropful bird, frets doubt the maw-crammed beast. Rejoice, we are all allied to that which doth provide, and not partake, affect and not receive. A spark disturbs our clod, nearer we hold of God. Who gives, then of his tribes that take, I must believe. Then welcome each rebuff that turns earth's smoothness rough, each sting that bids nor sit nor stand but go. Be our joys 3 parts pain, strive and hold cheap the strain, learn nor account the pang, dare never grudge the throe, THROE. For thence a paradox, which comforts while it mocks, Shall life succeed in that it seems to fail, while I appraise to be and was not comforts me? A brute I might have been, but would not sink I the scale. What is he but a brute, whose flesh has soul to suit, whose spirit works, least arms and legs want play? To man propose this test, thy body at its best. How far can thy project thy soul on its lone way? Project. Are they spelled the same way? Project. Okay, you gotta use the context. Project. They're spelled the same way. Alrighty. How far can that project thy soul on its lone way? Yet gifts should prove their use. I owe the past profuse of power, each side perfection, every turn. Eyes, ears took in their dole, brain treasures up the whole. Brain treasures up the whole. WHOLE. Should not the heart beat once? How good to live and learn? Question mark. Not once beat, praise be thine. I see the whole design. I who saw power, see now love perfect too. Perfect I call thy plan. Thanks that I was a man. Marker, remake, complete. I trust what thou shalt do. For pleasant is this flesh, our soul in its rose mesh, pulled ever to the earth, still yearns for rest. Would we some prize might hold to match those manifold possessions of the brute, gain most as we did best. Let us not always say, spite of this flesh today, I strove, made heed, gained ground upon the whole. As the bird wings sings, let us cry, all good things are ours, nor soul helps flesh more now than flesh helps soul. Therefore I summon age to grant youth's heritage, life's struggles having so far reached its term, thence shall I pass approved, a man for I removed. From the developed brute, a god though in the germ, and I shall thereupon take rest ere I be gone, once more on my adventure brave and new, fearless and unperplexed. When I wage battle next, what weapons to select, what armor to endue. Embrace your space. Youth ended, I shall try my gain or loss thereby. Leave the fire ashes, what survives is gold, and I shall weigh the same, give life its praise or blame. Young, all lay in dispute, I shall know, being old. For note, when evening shuts, a certain moment cuts the deed off, calls the glory from the gray, a whisper from the west shoots, and this to the rest, take it and try its worth. He dies another day. Here dies another day. So still within this life, though lifted over its strife, let me discern, compare, pronounce at last, this rage was right, I the main, the acquaintance, that acquiescence vain, the future I may face now, I have proved the past, for more is not reserved to man with soul just nerved, to act tomorrow what he learns today. Here, work enough to watch the master work and catch hints of the proper craft, tricks of the tool's true play. We all saw the same thing. What happened? Were they levitating? They were pulled up by strings. They came back from the dead. They passed out cold at the sight of them. They were given anesthesia. They were given the wake-up juice. How do you wake someone up after surgery? In 10, 9, 8. Hints of the proper craft, tricks of the tool's true play. We all saw the same thing. What do you believe? Was it a gas cloud? I mean, they've done this for years, right? Look, it's a bird. It's a plane. It's fucking Superman. Dun, 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 dun. Spanking the children is bad. It's evil, it's abuse, and I don't think it should be allowed. To each their own, the child needs a good rod. I'm not going to raise sissy boys. It's bad to not spank your children, because then you're going to raise sissy boys who grow up don't knowing any better, thinking they can just do whatever they want. I think you're insane. I think you're all sick and you need help. I really hope the proper authorities here in Augusta, Maine do what they can to help these children. As it was, better youth should strive through acts uncouth toward making than repose on aught found made. You're welcome. So better age exempt from strife should know than tempt. Thank you very graciously. Further, thou waitest age, wait death, nor be afraid. Enough now. If the right and good and infinite be named here, as thou callest thy hand thine own, with knowledge absolute, subject to no dispute, from fools that crowded youth, nor let thee feel alone. Be there for once and all, served great minds from small, announced to each his station in the past. Was I the world arraigned, where they my soul disdained? Right, let age speak the truth, and give us peace at last. It's one of my favorites. Hands together like this, and your hands are kind of cupped at the back of your head here at the base of the skull. Kind of push back a little bit. You'll feel it hit some of those acupressure points here. I like to keep my fingertips together for the beginning breaths. I do a few breaths, some with the fingertips together and some apart. And like you can do, some will do it, yeah, I could do each breath, just one at a time. You can switch it up. There's so many combinations, it's endless. Anyways, you just lean back a little bit, but try to resist going back like you're pushing forward with your hands just a little bit gently, and pushing back with your head a little bit. Like you're trying to come together and resist each other at the same time. Separate the fingers. Bring them back together. And when you do those slow breaths at each interval, you'll feel the difference a little bit, or not. What's the point? I find it relaxing. It's good for chemical regulation, lymph nodes, the lymphatic tissues, circulation. Yeah, this thing we're in, you know. Embraced by. Are we in it? Or I don't know. I mean, are we just kind of connected to some kind of energetic cord? I can only go so far from myself, right? Oh, my sound. I can see way over there, but I'm here. What can I touch? Can I touch? In order to touch anything that's not within this realm, I need it to be attached to something, or someone has to throw something at me, right? Rain starts to fall, yeah. Acts of God, sure. My thoughts. I can pick up a phone. We didn't always have the phone though, did we? Before that. Message in a bottle. There you go. Full circle. I really hope so. If you have any other questions, comments, or concerns, or suggestions as to how we can help these kids without breaking the law, that would be great. We were beyond petrified by 2012, and what the state workers and people around here have been doing is so disgusting. We were fed up with the state workers and some of the nurses around here by 2006, so yeah. It's amazing that we haven't completely snapped and killed somebody or ourselves. It's amazing we've survived the murder attempts and that our children have survived what these fucking sick punks and goons and pieces of shit, cunts and sluts have been doing. Yeah, that's about it. You're welcome. Thank you. I sure hope so. That sun is bright. Ooh. Let me try to look right at it. Ooh.